Hello. Today I'd like to share with you AIA's recent activities to respond to the natural disasters in Chile and in Haiti. Whether it's the collapsed presidential palace in Port-au-Prince or the Buddhist monk painfully freed from the ruins of a temple in the mountains of China, failed buildings have been the agent of unspeakable human suffering. We can seldom predict the next earthquake or flood. What we can do as a society, and especially as a profession, is to sharply reduce the toll of these events on human lives and property. That's what I want to consider today, the role of design in preventing and mitigating the impact of natural disasters and the steps the AIA is taking to reach out to the people of Haiti. Of this spring's three seismic events, the 8.8 magnitude quake that struck Chile was by far the strongest. Yes, buildings collapsed and infrastructure was disrupted, but nothing like the scale of what happened in Haiti. In Chile, design and modern enforceable codes wrote the script of a more hopeful narrative. This knowledge carries a great responsibility for all of us, but especially design professionals. It requires an integrated approach, from the ability to respond quickly and effectively when disasters occur, to sharing the design expertise that will lessen the impact of future events. When it comes to disaster assistance, the AIA has a long and distinguished history. We provide resources to equip architects and other professionals to help communities in this country recover. Internationally, the most effective first response role we can play is to guide members to organizations such as the Red Cross and Architecture for Humanity, which in the case of Haiti were in the best position to provide immediate assistance. That's what we can do today. But what about tomorrow? Last April, I took the opportunity arranged by AIA Puerto Rico and AIA Virgin Islands to be part of an AIA delegation that met with our professional counterparts from Haiti. Our discussions were not about restoring what had performed badly. Instead, the tone of the meeting was set by all four presenters from Haiti, who emphasized the same point. We need to acknowledge the past to build for a sustainable future. Which leads me to this. Everyone who attended that meeting came away convinced that the people of Haiti have the ability to do the right thing. What they need and what AIA is working with others to provide are proper channels of communication, a clearinghouse or central data bank for information, support for the reconstruction effort, and the importance of including design professionals in the process. Collaborations among all of the allied organizations, assistance in pooling AIA knowledge community resources that include relevant technical documentation and case studies for development, as well as reconstruction and mitigation efforts. A protocol for urban design, coordination of the ongoing outreach of many AIA components, which I have to say has been really outstanding. Help Haiti develop a disaster assessment program for their architects and engineers. And to help coordinate efforts for this generation of architecture students in Haiti who are currently without any architectural schools. We must help assemble knowledge for the development of proper building codes and zoning bylaws, and to coordinate and assist efforts in mapping and documenting Haiti's historic districts, and help and strengthen and support Haitian Association of Architects. Haiti's challenge and ours is to learn from the past, and this time to get it right, knowing that the people of Haiti will always be in the crosshairs of earthquakes and hurricanes. But let's be clear, the human toll exacted by natural disasters is not someone else's problem. That ought to be one of the lessons that we learned from Katrina. This is not about the disparity between the resources available to first and third world countries. Since we live on a restless planet, we're all at risk. We can't predict where the next natural disaster will strike. But that does not absolve us from our obligation as architects to advocate on behalf of the public for a built environment that will not hurt them. We know what can be done, and we know we must do more. Extending a helping hand to those who have lost so much is an obligation we owe to one another. Doing our very best as architects to make sure their children and ours do not experience such loss is a calling. Being prepared and willing to answer that call will be one of our most lasting gifts to the inhabitants of this interconnected, restless planet. Thank you very much.